Everybody ready?
All right, can you speak to the success of the rushing attack today?
It was just a fantastic job by the O-line, just marching us up and down the field with the running game, so it was a great job. I'm proud of them.
Michael, your first win starting too, just how did that feel for you?
It just feels great. My guys had my back the whole day, so, it's an unbelievable feeling getting the first win in Tiger Stadium.
When did you know you were getting the start, and how did you kind of respond to that?
It wasn't about, when I knew I was going to get the start. Every week I prepared like a starter, so, it was just a normal week for me.
Michael, this was your first win as a starter in college. How did it feel at the end?
Second win as a starter in college.
But when the SEC game yet?
Oh, you're right, actually.
SEC game, but how did it get an SEC game from the crowd, knowing you had to do that today?
Yeah, it feels great. It's a hard lead to get wins in. So, just to go out there and, fight through adversity to get the first win, it just felt amazing.
Talk about that trickery a little bit, the last drive, that touchdown drive to go and eventually secure the game. Just talk about the trickery and the practice that went into that.
It's just stuff we practiced all week, and we just went out there and executed. Nothing else to it.
The first couple of series, were you a bit nervous? So just a couple of series.
It's football. Sometimes you go out there, you have a slow start, you gotta settle in, and we was able to fight through adversity.
Usually on a drive you run one trick play, but y'all run like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
One drive.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We kept going back to it.
But can you talk about the perseverance of not only yourself but the whole team after you got down 14-0 and you came back, took the lead before halftime, and then you held on for the win? Look at the cameras as you answered.
It was just, before the game, Frank Wilson told us it was going to take 4 quarters, and that's exactly what happened. So, once we went down 14-0. It was just about fighting back.
To that point,
just told us that this year was essentially kind of an apprenticeship for you, where you learn the offense and set yourself up better for bigger things maybe next year. But things change. So what sort of went into the decision of deciding to play this year and sort of forego the opportunity of potentially redshirting?
I'm just a competitor and I'm a team player. So if my team needs me to win the game, I'm gonna step in and win the game. So that's just the main thing, just my competitive spirit.
What was that conversation like with Frank when it came down to sort of making that sort of decision and heading into the Alabama game and moving forward?
Yeah, he just put it in my hands. He whatever I wanted to do, he was gonna roll with it. So it was just, I'm grateful for him for that.
Michael, the game when the KD pass, can you just describe the play, how it unfolded for you?
We had a lot going into the field, and I just seen the opportunity with my legs to the boundary, and then Bauer Sharp popped open in the end zone. I made the throw.
You talk about being grateful, but how much did you want? How much did you and this team want this win for Frank?
We wanted it really bad. It's a real family in that building, so just to play for one another, it was big for us.
What about getting the ball to Bauer? He had the fumble last week, and you go to him and to win coaches talk about adversity and bouncing back. What does that mean to get him the ball?
Yeah, just because one bad play, that doesn't mean you just X them off the board. So I trust all my guys, so I'm gonna go to them at any time in the game. I know they're gonna make it for me. Even if it don't happen, it's gonna happen the next time.
And what's about Ramos too? 3 long field goals today.
Yeah,
for you guys.
Ramos did his thing. He saved my behind sometimes. So I'm proud of him.
Have you seen the construction of the offense sort of evolve around you now that you have full week to sort of prepare as you as the starter, and it seemed like you guys were moving the pocket around a lot and doing a lot of more play action.
we just was able to go out and execute everything we practiced in practice. So it was just a great feeling. I'm proud of all my guys.
What's your relationship kind of like with Alex Atkins? What's it like kind of working with him?
I love Coach Atkins. He always keeps everybody's spirits up. He's always the guy making everybody laugh in the room. So, he called a great game, and we went out and executed the same things that we worked in practice. Like I said.
What were the conversations like on the side with Garrett?
Whatever, he was just keeping me in good spirits. Anytime I tried to get down to myself, he told me keep going. So that's my guy. So I'll do the same thing for Garrett, and if it was vice versa.
You said it didn't matter when you got the start, but what did Frank tell you as you realized you were the starter?
It was just me being ready. That was it.
Play your defense today. They took a lot of points off the board, right? Interception in the end zone late in the first half, goal line stand, Harold Perkins interception.
Yeah, defense did their thing. They saved us also. So I was really proud of how they played, and they played with an edge.
From when you entered the game last weekend in Tuscaloosa through today, did you feel any growth in your games? Feel any growth in yourself in between then and now?
Yeah, I felt a lot of growth, just from me having 8 games starting last year, just this off season. Just since I've gotten Baton Rouge, I feel myself getting better as a player, as a young man, as a student. So, I'm really grateful to be here, and I will never take it.
Michael, what's something that you want to improve on for next week? Maybe something that you feel like you can.
It's just not nothing specific. It's just being a better quarterback. That's the main thing. Being a better leader, being a better quarterback. So my guys can depend on me.
Have you ever played with a running back that can also throw the ball like Juwan Johnson? Played quarterback.
Not necessarily. So Drew could do everything. We found that out in the spring as he played quarterback. So he stepped up big for us today.
Compared to last week, how much more comfortable were you with just operating this offense in a game setting?
It's just about practicing and getting all the reps in practice. I feel, like I said, each week I prepare as a starter, so it wasn't nothing new to me.
Was it a little bit more comfortable, easier for you to push the ball down field a little bit this week? 34-yard reception, 21-yard, big one in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, most definitely. It was just about me. We just executing. That's the main thing.
Did Garrett tell you anything during the game, like on the sidelines or anything?
Yeah, if he seen the look if he seen the look from the defense, he let me know. He asked me, what I thought on some things. He just did everything he could to help me out on the sideline, and I'm really grateful for him for that.
Yeah, congratulations on your first win, number one. You use your legs a lot. What did you see on that run down the sideline?
I seen a lane, and they was pretty much a man cover, so I just used my God-given ability and used my legs and got down the field.
Just that dynamic between you and us. What have you maybe learned from him this year, and why? I would imagine a part of you coming here was to maybe learn a little bit from him and just kind of pick up this offense. Just what have been maybe some of the things you've learned?
Yeah, for as long as he's been in college, he's learned a lot. So I just, I'm a guy that's like a sponge. So if he has, he teaches me a lot. I've learned so much from Garrett from being here. I'm just so grateful to be here, honestly.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.